Hey everyone, Bill Kane, Freedom Wealth TV, and welcome to our next episode. Yesterday we talked about the stock market crashing over 2,000 points. It was an all-time record. It was like, wow, what's going on? So I thought I would share another video here. We do see some upbeat trading. We do see some retracement to the upside, which was nice to see today. But I do want to share with you Robert Shiller, the Nobel Prize winner for economics in 2013, economics professor from Yale. Robert Shiller, he says two epidemics combined to make for a dangerous time for the stock market. That's on Market Watch. I'm going to be sharing a link in the description as well. There he is thinking about it. And what we have now is really two epidemics. We have an epidemic of the coronavirus, but we also have an epidemic of a fear based around a narrative that is not necessarily keeping up with scientific reality. And this narrative has been quite striking. It's a dangerous time for the stock market, Shiller says. So anyway, so that's Robert Shiller, Yale professor, Nobel Prize winner, explaining to CNBC during Monday's market plunge. And they're not calling it a crash, they're calling it a plunge, why he believes there's more selling to come. This disease is contagious even before it shows obvious symptoms, he said. So it's going to be harder to quarantine people in the epidemic. That's the narrative, and we have gotten very far. We have not gotten very far into it yet. According to the latest tally from Johns Hopkins, there are now 116,146 cases of the COVID-19 with at least 4,088 deaths. And in the United States, there are 761 cases and 27 deaths as of Monday afternoon when this article was written. The potential for market disruption because of a scary narrative is quite high, Shiller warned. It's highly likely now that we'll have a recession. It's already disrupting business. It's already causing people to pull back. We're not going to see creative new investments blossom in the environment, quote unquote, by Shiller. The stock market on Tuesday again reflected the uncertainty and volatility. Investors with the Dow Jones average giving back a chunk of its early gains by midday. We'll see how well the measures to reduce the virus epidemic play out, but I wouldn't put too much hope in that, Shiller said. It's a dangerous epidemic, and the epidemic of fear that accompanies it is dangerous also. So we're going to see if we can watch this interview from the beginning.
The coronavirus panic that we're seeing on Wall Street has not peaked as of yet.
The narrative behind this epidemic is about something that a pandemic that is just now starting, and that is arguably the biggest one for the world in terms of spread around the world. We have travel now that brings things everywhere, and this disease is contagious even before it's shows obvious symptoms. So it's going to be harder to quarantine people in this epidemic. That's the narrative, and we haven't gotten very far into it yet. So the potential for market disruption because of a scary narrative is quite high.
Let's play out some of the worst case scenarios here as we try to understand, what could be next, how dire this could really be for the economy and the market from your perspective, Professor.
I don't like to be doomsday purveyor. I think that it may turn out to be that it was overrated. But what we have now is really two epidemics. We have an epidemic of the coronavirus, but we also have an epidemic of fear based around a narrative that is not necessarily keeping up with scientific reality. And this narrative has been quite striking. So I think that we're in for some tumultuous periods. Whether it's up or down, it's a dangerous time for the stock market.
Well, there you have it. That's Robert Shiller. Nobel Prize winner, economics 2013, Yale professor. That was his perspective. And my perspective, being in the market for over 25 years and a company owner of Freedom Wealth Services, where we specialize in decreasing risk, taxes, and fees, and dramatically increasing retirement income and cash flow. We have lots of great solutions. I can tell you what, we got lots of phone calls and emails of gratitude. Our clients didn't lose $1 when the market went down because of the contractual guarantees, the particular products that we offer. There's no one size fits all, folks. If you like the video, if you agree with Robert Shiller, you agree with me, I'd like to see your comments. If you disagree, go ahead and comment as well. Where do you think we go from here? Do we go up, down? Are you holding? Are you buying? Are you selling? I'd love to see some interaction here. If you'd like to have a free consultation for a member of my staff or even myself to review your finances and give some recommendations, you can request a free consultation as well. So with that said, it's Bill Constane, Freedom Wealth TV, wishing you and your family the absolute best, and we'll talk to you on the next episode. Bye for now.